Saturday, August 20th, 1966. A construction worker climbing Vintém Hill, a rocky outcrop rising 600 meters south of Rio de Janeiro, made a discovery that would baffle Brazilian authorities for decades. Two men lay side by side in the grass near the summit. Both were wearing identical lead masks, heavy, crudely fashioned sheets of lead fitted over their eyes and the upper portions of their faces. Their names were Marcelo da Silva and Manoel Pereira da Cruz. No signs of struggle. No obvious wounds. Just two ordinary men in extraordinary circumstances, motionless in the Brazilian sun. Police arrived within hours on August 20th. Both men were pronounced dead at the scene. The initial examination revealed no poison in their systems. No blunt force trauma. No signs of strangulation or injection marks. Their clothing was intact. Their wallets contained identification and small amounts of cash untouched. The lead masks, however, told a different story. They were heavy, fitted, intentionally placed. The question wasn't whether someone had killed them. The question was whether they had killed themselves. The official cause of death was ruled inconclusive. Some pathologists suggested asphyxiation. The lead masks, though crudely made, would have restricted oxygen intake significantly over time. But here's what made the theory complicated. Both men appeared calm. There were no signs of panic, no evidence they had tried to remove the masks. Toxicology tests revealed something else: trace amounts of an unusual substance in their digestive systems that couldn't be definitively identified. The case went cold. Theories multiplied. Aliens. Occultists. A pact made between friends. Decades later, researchers re-examined what remained of the evidence. The asphyxiation theory was plausible. Lead blocks roughly 80% of oxygen passage when fitted snugly. But why no panic response? Why no defensive marks? Some researchers theorized the men had been sedated before the masks were placed. Others suggested voluntary participation in some kind of experiment or ritual neither understood. In 1995, a Brazilian newspaper published a letter allegedly written by one of the men weeks before his death, describing an imminent revelation or transformation. The letter was never authenticated. Vintém Hill still exists today. You can drive to it, climb it, stand where Marcelo da Silva and Manoel Pereira da Cruz were found. The lead masks remain archived in Rio de Janeiro, catalogued but never returned to the families, locked behind the weight of history and bureaucracy. 60 men found dead on or near Vintém Hill in the decades following the case, though whether connected or coincidence remains unknown. The simplest explanation is often true. But sometimes, on cold cases decades old, the simplest explanation is simply unavailable.